Franz Wagner.
Tom Chambers.
Franz Wagner.
Tom Chambers.
Franz Wagner.
Tom Chambers. Opening Chambers. Franz throws it away. 2-on-1. With PJ to Chambers. Oh, boy. He went right up on the lead. 119 to 118. I'm out there. Can you believe it?
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, The Greatest Comparisons, we explore similarities and distinctions between two phenomenal forwards from different eras.
This young Orlando standout player represents the modern wing, positionless, intelligent, and adaptable.
This star from the 80s symbolized the future of the face-up forward, gliding through NBA lanes, then detonating at the rim.
Both of these players are proof that basketball evolution doesn't erase the past, it refines it.
We are excited to present to you Franz Wagner and Tom Chambers. I'm Lucas.
I'm Maurice.
And I'm Uriah.
And we're here to talk NBA
Now and Then.
Hey, welcome back to NBA Now and Then, The Greatest Comparisons. We are recording on the last day of 2025, heading into 2026. Lucas, Maurice, we are here. No Ben, but it's all good. The show goes on. Today we're doing a comparison of two amazing forwards. They could do a little bit of everything. One, in my opinion, should be in the Hall of Fame, but maybe we'll get into that later. And this next player, well, his career is yet to unfold. He has a lot of basketball to play. Let's talk about why we're comparing Franz Wagner to Tom Chambers. I will go to Lucas first.
There's two main things you got to think about here. Both have size and skill combined, right? Chambers was a prototypical stretch forward before the term even existed, comfortable attacking off the dribble. For a forward to do that back then was not really common. And then Wagner, he's a combo forward, modern evolution of the idea, true wing forward hybrid who can handle, pass, score the ball on all three levels. And on top of that, their offense is versatile over raw power. Neither one of them are built with the traditional power forward or even forwards like brute strength like it was, especially back during Chambers' day. So I think that's what makes them unique.
Yeah,
okay.
A good comp.
Yeah, it's not like he's Charles Oakley or Anthony Mason. I mean, you're looking at a power forward who had a hefty bag when it came to offense. So Maurice, what about you? Why are we comparing these players?
Well, speaking of bags, both of these guys are face-up scoring threats. And in Tom Chambers' case, he was one of the originals at this specific archetype of player. The big forward who can face up, shoot, or go around you. He had a deadly first step. He had a great jumper. And, of course, he's known for dunking on guys. And that's pretty much the same way Franz is as well. Just taking it to another level in this generation, can shoot it from outside, really skilled all around. Both of these guys, man, I mean, they both got bags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just brought back a memory, Maurice. There's a play where Chambers is on the three-point line, goes baseline, drives right past Larry Bird, who was an all-defensive player during his heyday, and did a reverse slam, right? They can both put the ball on the floor. Franz might be a little bit better of a passer. If we get into the numbers with Lucas later, he'll attest to that. But Chambers was a pure scorer. Wagner's more of a two-way connector. Tom Chambers, like Lucas said, is kind of like one of the first to do it at his size. He was kind of the blueprint for those skilled athletic scoring forwards that we now see, while Wagner is more of the modern, refined version. I'm excited for this comp. Are you guys all set?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, man.
First quarter, background.
All right, it's time to talk about Franz Boogie. Before he got that nickname, he was born Franz Wagner. Now, you usually don't hear NBA origin stories start in Berlin, but for Franz Wagner, that's exactly where it begins. August 27th, 2001, in Berlin, Germany. Basketball wasn't something that Franz found later in life. It actually was already in his house. His older brother, Moritz, was the blueprint. Watching him grind, watching him dream, watching him turn basketball into a pathway that mattered. And it helped that their mother was a youth basketball coach. The reality, guys, was this was not backyard chaos. There was structure, teaching, fundamentals. According to an AP News article, growing up, Mo Wagner got a Kevin Garnett jersey for Christmas. Whose jersey did Franz get for Christmas? Here are your choices. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, or Michael Jordan?
Well, let's see. If Mo got KG, I feel like his game probably most is similar to LeBron, so I'll say LeBron.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of go LeBron James as well.
All right, you guys start off nice and hot. There you go.
Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm assuming it was a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey, but yes, LeBron James was his jersey that he got for Christmas Day.
What year was it?
It didn't say.
Yeah, then I would probably
say.
assume LeBron, Cleveland, yeah.
Cleveland. Okay. By the time Franz picked up a ball, he wasn't just playing, he was learning. That shows up pretty early in his development. He joined Alba, Berlin's youth system, one of the most respected programs in Europe. Now, this isn't AAU vibes. This is the professional basketball culture, film, accountability, defense first. Every rep matters. And Franz, he doesn't pop because he's flashy. He pops because, well, he's ahead of everyone else. Shooting touch, ball handling that doesn't rush, defensive instincts that look older than his age. At 16, guys, he makes the Bundesliga basketball debut, the youngest player in Alba Berlin history at that time. Now, let that sink in for a second. 16, playing against grown professionals, no panic, no shortcuts. First over-under of the day. Over-under, how many points did Franz score in the BBL Championship Series? Over-under 15 points.
I'm going to go over.
It's European basketball. He's young. They don't score all that much in European. I'm going to say under.
All right, Lucas, you are correct. He scored 14 points.
Ah.
Not bad, though. He was young.
No, that's still really good. 14
Yes,
for
yeah.
his, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, by the 2018-2019 season, he was named the best German young player in the league. So I think that performance, Lucas, even though it was 14 points, it kind of put him on the map. At that time, his coach, Aito Garcia Reneses, says the quiet part out loud. This kid works, he's mature, he does not skip steps. And that's important because around this time, Franz had a decision to make. He could stay in Europe, develop slowly, take the traditional path. Instead, he crosses the ocean. Anyone know what college Franz Wagner attended?
Like his brother, he went to Michigan.
Like his brother, he went to Michigan. Maurice, pretty apparent, right?
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I remember Mo Wagner in the NCAA championship when they lost to Villanova. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Dante DiVincenzo went off in that game. It was a good game. So Franz Wagner did attend Michigan, like Lucas said. Here's where the story gets interesting. Because when Franz arrives at the University of Michigan, he's not just another international prospect. He's walking into his brother's old program. Same school, same colors, same expectations. But Franz isn't there to be Mo's little brother. Early on, you could hear it in the way people talk about him. Defense, spacing, decision-making. Sophomore year, guys, that's the leap. Now he's guarding the other team's best wing. He's knocking down shots. He's making the game easier for everyone else on the floor. You guys want to hear some Michigan stats from his only 2 years as a Wolverine?
Sure.
Nothing to write home about, but good enough to stand out at Michigan. He averaged 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.3 steals. Over under 3-point percentage. Lucas, over under 35% at Michigan.
Franz was a lottery pick, so I'm going to say it was probably over.
All right. And Maurice?
Over as well.
All right. Sorry, guys.
I should have gone with my gut instinct. My gut instinct was no, because he's not a good 3-point shooter here in the NBA.
Well, yeah, I guess for college, Lucas, it's pretty good. He shot 32.5% on 234 attempts. So he did chuck up over 100 in each season. Now, Michigan makes a deep tournament run, and suddenly NBA scouts are not projecting, they're actually sold, because Wagner looks like the kind of player who understands how basketball works before the ball even moves. That's not accidental. That's Berlin. That's Alba. That's family. That's Michigan. Which takes us to draft night in June of 2021, where Franz Wagner was chosen in the first round by the Orlando Magic.
With the 8th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Franz Wagner from Berlin, Germany, and the University of Michigan.
This experience is nothing new for the Wagner family. Brother Mo was a first-round pick in 2018, not here tonight, but the family, Beata and Axel. As a 16-year-old, he played in Germany's top professional league. Then he went to Michigan, 6'9", 220-pound sophomore guard. You know, growing up in Germany, Franz says the dream of the NBA seems so far away, but guys like Dirk open things up.
With the Man of the Hour, Franz, and you just talked about the relationship that you have with your brother. What advice has he given you about this transition?
Oh man, it's definitely different from anything I've ever seen or heard of. So he just told me to enjoy every moment, especially on draft night. This night only comes one time around, so just try to enjoy every moment and have fun with it.
So I do want to note something about that draft. He was originally not supposed to go to Orlando.
Oh, okay.
His pick, along with another pick, I believe it was Jet Howard, was a part of the Nikola Vucevic deal that sent Vuce from Orlando to Chicago. So could have been completely different if he went to Chicago versus Orlando. But that being said, Germany is starting to become a European powerhouse when it comes to producing prospects. He's just one of the latest ones. There's still some other ones. I think Tristan da Silva's one. You know, you talk about Dennis Schroeder, who is apparently like new Tony Parker of international, or Patty Mills of international basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's Dirk Nowitzki or Schroeder that you mentioned, now we're getting more players from Germany, more skilled, even if they're big men by size. What about you, Maurice?
He went 8th simply because he didn't have like the biggest standout career at Michigan, statistically or just like production wise. But the skill set was there. He went to a team with his brother. Everything seemed like it fell in line for him to have maximum development with the Orlando Magic.
Oh yeah, good coaching. Obviously, his mom was helpful in that department, and having an older brother where they would grow up playing each other in the driveway and playing in leagues across Europe. But now we need to go across the other side of the comparison, where we're about to talk about Tom Chambers. It is now time to talk about TC, a.k.a. Tommy Gun, a.k.a. Ken.
Ken?
Yeah.
Like
Ken.
Barbie?
I mean, he's tall and blonde and handsome. That's the assumption, right?
Okay, so handsome, okay.
He's a good-looking dude back in the day. He kind of reminds me of Dolph Lundgren a little bit from Rocky IV. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
If he dies, he dies. Anyway.
Oof.
Before he got those nicknames, he was born Thomas Chambers on June 21st, 1959. Now, digging through Basketball Reference, archives from the Ogden Standard Examiner, and an episode from the podcast NBA History Conversations, Tom Chambers' story opens in Ogden, Utah. A 1974 photo shows him as a 9th grade class president at Weber High School. Not exactly the typical origin story for a future NBA scorer, but somehow it fits. Less than 2 months later, there's another photo, this time on a baseball field, where Chambers is helping prep for a little league tournament. Leadership, responsibility, and sports were already baked in. When asked about those early years, Tom Chambers laughs, clearly amused that anyone found this stuff, but once he starts reflecting, it all connects. He talks about living on baseball fields, coaching his younger sister's team while he was still in school, and winning championships 3 straight years. Now, by junior high, he's still coaching 6th through 8th grade at North Ogden Junior High, while also competing as an athlete himself. Oh, and by the way, he was not just into basketball, he was also a sprinter. Trivia. Lucas's favorite detail about my segment, I'm sure. Height. In 9th grade, Tom Chambers was 5'11". By his junior year, what was his height? Lucas, you want to give a stab at this?
I'll try. I'll say 6'5".
And Maurice.
Surprised you didn't say 6'7". I'm gonna go like 6'8".
Okay, all right. You guys were close, but no cigar. He was 6 feet 6 inches tall.
That's a huge growth spurt.
Oh yeah, freshman.
I bet he was feeling sore after all that.
All those growing pains, literally. He moved from Utah to Colorado, which introduced him to tougher competition. This helped him improve as he played every night against grown men. As a high school senior, Tom Chambers averaged 27 points and 17 rebounds a game. Good for best in the state of Colorado.
Oof.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's really good.
Check this out, guys. This is going to be interesting because there's some discrepancy here and we need to get to the bottom of it. Now, true or false, Tom Chambers was coached by Magic Johnson in a high school tournament game. True or false, Maurice?
Oof.
If it's that specific, I have to go true.
Okay.
True. I don't feel good about it though.
You don't feel good?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is why. So this is where the discrepancy comes in. All right. So according to Tom Chambers himself, guys, I listened to the interview myself. According to Tom Chambers, he played against Magic Johnson around 1977. Around that time, they were both high school seniors. Here's the quote. I was invited to go down and play in a tournament in Southern California. And Magic, he was there. Got to play against him. But, you know, it was really kind of a coming out party for me to get out and get exposed and see how the rest of the world played, unquote. Here's what's interesting, guys. I looked all over to confirm that he played against Magic Johnson in the late 70s, and I couldn't find anything anywhere. So Tom Chambers said he played against Magic. Couldn't find any confirmation. Just putting it out there to everybody.
Wait a minute. So we were technically right.
The original question was Tom Chambers was coached by Magic.
Oh yeah, no, he never
okay.
He played against Magic. Yeah.
Tricky.
That's how it changed. Yeah. He didn't coach him. Yeah, they're the same age. Like, why would he do that? Right?
Yeah. At this point, 77. I want to say Magic is still in Michigan.
College.
So
yeah.
No. They both entered college at the same time. Magic played 2 years and left early, while Tom Chambers spent all 4 years at Utah. All right, so Tom Chambers considered BYU, Purdue, and even Colorado, but he chose Utah because he liked their fast style of play and their high-scoring offense. Tom's athletic versatility merged with tremendous skill as he developed into one of the most dominant forwards in the entire nation. At the University of Utah, he became a prolific scorer, an elite athlete, and a player who could stretch the floor long before it was fashionable. His college success didn't just put him on the NBA radar, it made him impossible to ignore. How many points per game did Tom Chambers average his senior year at Utah? Lucas, over or under 16 points per game?
Over, under. I'll go over.
I'm going to go over as well. I hate that we keep green on this, but yeah, I'm going to go over.
I have a trivia question for you guys pertaining Utah.
All right,
Yeah.
let me answer this
Okay.
first, and then you can hit me.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so the answer was over, so you guys are right. In his senior year at Utah, Tom Chambers had 18.6 per game average and 8.7 rebounds per game. Go ahead, Lucas. What trivia you got for me?
So, trivia question for you. Utah is not known for producing basketball players, but there are 4 current players that have played in the NBA. Who are those 4 from Utah?
They're currently, or they just
Currently.
all time? Ooh,
Currently.
Utah. Oh my goodness.
One of them's pretty well known. That
Utah.
2 of them should be relatively
Can
easy.
we
The
get
other
a team?
I'll tell you which teams they currently play on. One plays on the Bucks, one plays on the Raptors, one plays on the Heat, and the other one, let me actually double check, make sure he's still in the NBA. Yes, he is. So yes, so the last one is on the Thunder.
Um,
I'm lost.
Duncan Robinson.
No,
Chet Holmgren?
nope.
No, we just did him. All right, who is it?
Kyle Kuzma.
Really? He
Yep,
went to Utah?
He
Oh,
went to
God.
Utah. I remember when he got
Interesting.
drafted out. Yaka Pirtle,
I would have never known that.
Pella Larson, and Brandon Carlson.
Okay.
Yep. More people than you would think from Utah. But anyway.
Shout out Utah, producing NBA talent.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of good players out of Utah. One is Keith Van Horn. We were kind of chatting about him being a possible comp.
Believe they also said that Andrew Bogut.
Andrew Bogut? Maybe. I know, you know who else went to Utah? I think
John Collins? Oh, no,
John
no.
Collins.
Sorry.
He played.
Sorry, no, John Collins played for Utah. Sorry.
I think it was Andre Miller, if I'm not mistaken. Does that sound right to you guys?
I think he played at Utah with the
No, I
Jazz.
think he went to Utah. Some point
Other
guard
big
went to Utah.
names include, like I said, Andrew Bogut, Michael Doliak, Tom Chambers. Let's see here. Andre
Doliak, I
Miller.
heard.
Yep.
Andre Miller, I was right.
Calvin Upshaw, Keith Van Horn, and Delon Wright.
DeLone Wright. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a few accomplishments for Tom Chambers at Utah. Lucas is going to handle his NBA accomplishments, but the Utah years, Tom Chambers' final year, the 80-81 Utes won the WAC regular season title, 25-5 overall, and they advanced to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament before falling to North Carolina. Interesting. Tom Chambers earned 3 all-WAC selections during that time in Salt Lake City, illustrating his elite status among WAC forwards. So when you look back, guys, none of this feels accidental. The leadership, the coaching, the multi-sport background, the discipline, it was all there for Tom Chambers. The NBA just became the stage where Tom Chambers showed everyone what he was building all along. And it all started in 1981 when he was chosen in the first round by the San Diego Clippers.
San Diego selects 6'11", 240 pounds, Tom Chambers of Utah.
You know, I was expected and projected to be a first-round pick, so I met with a couple of teams before the draft. It wasn't like I went and trained with every team and, you know, did the things that they do these days with psychological evaluations and all that. But just remember getting on a plane. I'd met with Paul Silas before with the Clippers, and I'd met with Mike Fratello with the Atlanta Hawks, and they thought I would, you know, go pretty high. Paul thought if I was still available at number 8 that he'd select me, but interestingly enough, I'm flying back on the airplane and I pick up the Sporting News and I'm reading Marty Blake, who's Mr. Guru back then of the draft, and my name's not in the first round, so I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be really embarrassing. I'm back here alone, sitting here on my hands, and my name's not going to be called. I really didn't understand all of it. I mean, because I didn't have somebody telling me this and telling me that. I knew if you got drafted in the first round, it was a good thing. You'd probably make the team. Was I excited? Yes, and mostly the excitement was like because I was so nervous. Not that I was going to get drafted, but that I wasn't going to get drafted. I didn't want to be sitting there and not really, not really be able to celebrate. I just, did my thing. I stood up, went up there, and I think I shook somebody's hand. I can't remember for sure if I had a sport coat back then or what, but it was fun. It was fun. It was different for me. I mean, it was just something I went through. But as far as the whole, getting dressed and going through all this stuff. Now the league has changed a lot.
It's funny that the reason he picked Utah was because of the fast pace, and that really suited his style, especially going into the NBA with Seattle and Phoenix, where he was really a high tempo, up the court, dynamic player. When he got running, that's his best style of play. Puts you like that.
Yeah.
Tom Chambers, for me growing up, was kind of a myth. I remember when basketball video games, before you had these amazing graphics and soundtracks and all that stuff, the graphics weren't great, but when you saw that number 24 and he's wearing the purple and orange for Phoenix, you knew that when you're playing that video game with him, he's going to throw down a slam dunk. And he was a fun player to play with. He could not be stopped. His height and his skill, his shooting. You watch highlights of Tom Chambers and you really get to see how the archetype, like you mentioned, Maurice, in the beginning, how it developed, because guys his size in the NBA in the 80s, they were rare. They were rare. So he's a special player, and I'm glad we're taking the time to give him some shine.
Not to mention, back in those days, because he was a West Coast player, you didn't see much of him. You didn't really see much of him. Either it was inside stuff or the NBA videos, the videotapes they used to have back in the day.
Yep.
Where you got to see like Tom Chambers on the Supersonics or the Suns. It wasn't until like the early 90s when the Phoenix Suns were on TV on NBC that you really started to see Tom Chambers.
Yeah, no, glad that we're doing them too, because we initially were going to go with Hedo Turkoglu, who would not have been a bad choice either, but Tom Chambers just fits a little bit more.
All right, so I'm done with my segment. Lucas, you ready to accept the pass, sir?
My hands are ready. Let's go.
Second quarter. Statistics.
Just another left-hander out there. Huh?
Two left-handers, that seemed fair. Franz Wagner from Jalen Suggs.
And coming the other way, Franz doing a nice job.
Wagner brothers on the floor with Anthony, Okeke, and Houston. Long pass inside from Anthony to Franz Wagner.
And once you watch top of your screen there, look how he's sealing. He holds that hand out where he wants the ball.
Orlando's up by 9 on a 9-0 run. Steal by Wagner again. Franz going to take it all the way down the middle. You don't stop the ball. That's what happens.
Turnovers and then getting out in transition before the Knicks set up. Franz Wagner.
Magic cut him off. DiVincenzo. Stolen by Anthony. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Wagner on the drive. Lays it up around and in. And he beat the buzzer.
So those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. Franz Wagner comes in at 6'10", 220 pounds. He has 4 years of NBA experience, and he has only worn one jersey number, which is the number 22. We are going to go with last year as his primary season that we're going to look at here, guys. He averaged 24.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 1.3 steals, 0.4 blocks, 2.3 turnovers, 2.5 fouls, while shooting 46.3% from the field, 29.5% from three, and 87.1% from the foul line. So any thoughts on those stats?
Yeah, looking back to the season that you're highlighting, Lucas, he had his best scoring outage as a professional, 24 points, pretty darn good when you've only been in the league less than a handful of years. I do know that that was a season where Paolo missed a lot of games, maybe half the season. That just
not just Paolo, but Jalen Suggs as well.
Right. So a lot of that offensive burden fell on Wagner, and he stepped to the plate, and his numbers rose as a result.
That's a good catch, Uriah, because I forgot Paolo did miss a lot last season. I should remember that because I don't my fantasy basketball team. But I think for both of these guys, I think neither one of them were the number one guy. I think for Franz, he could be a really good number two, and Paolo is definitely a number one guy. This is still the Orlando Magic are still a developing team. They're showing more signs this year. I'll get into it when I get to the teammates. They're really a young developing team. And on top of that, Franz, his scoring average can go up again this year or next year. He's still young. He's still developing.
Surprisingly, no triple doubles for his career.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Right?
Yeah, that is actually.
Career highs. We go to career highs. Over under 40 points as a career high.
I'll go under.
You'll go under, Maurice?
I'll be different, say over.
Okay, Uriah, this is for you.
What is that?
That's a thumbs up, sorry.
Oh, okay, I couldn't see. Damn.
That you does your wow. Okay.
Sorry.
No. I mean, look, if you want to buzz yourself, I'm not going to stop you. Not like a go-to premier scorer. That's kind of nice to see from one of these guys, not going over 40. And, it's only 38 here, guys. That's he's done it twice. So far this season, he's at 37 as a season high. But only he's hit 30. He's hit 38 twice, his rookie year and then his third year. That being said, other career highs, rebounds is 12, assist is 11, but they have not apparently coincided with the triple-double at the same time.
12 assists? Was it 11 assists or 12 assists?
11 assists, 12 rebounds.
11 assists? That's really good.
Yeah,
for a player that we never really think is a facilitator.
Yeah, he had 37 points and 11 assists, 6 rebounds against the Los Angeles Lakers in 2024.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy clearly has skill. He can clearly do a lot of things. Is he going to put up historic numbers in any one thing? No, but I think he's a well-rounded guy. Other career highs is 6 steals, 2 blocks, 7 turnovers, which is a little higher than I would think. So that's what I thought here. Only a career high made of 5 3-pointers. Honestly, I thought that'd be higher myself.
Yeah, me too. That seems kind of low. Yeah, you said 38 was his high as a rookie?
Yeah.
I know he's a top 10 pick, but even still, you come into the league and you're on a young team that I don't think they won very much his rookie season. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But did he come in the league before Paolo?
Yes, yeah, he did. He got drafted the year before Paolo.
That's right. Okay. So yeah, I guess 38 points for him his rookie year stands out to me.
Hey, let's go ahead and switch to Tom Chambers now.
Well, I think it was one when Chambers went over Mark Jackson. I mean, that was an awesome dunk.
2-on-1. KJ to Chambers. Jam! Oh, boy. He went right up Mark Jackson.
When he hit Mark, he was already high. But when he hit Mark, he went a little higher, and he just tore the rim down.
So those are the highlights, the description of a highlight. And these are the numbers.
Wait, not just any highlight. Probably one of the most definitive slam dunk highlights during the 80s. Because whoever described that...
I wasn't there, so I'll leave it to the guy that was
That was Mitch
there.
Richmond? Oh, yeah, because he went up two-handed dunk on a break, and he hit Mark Jackson, and he just kept going higher and higher, and then he dunked it. That was a special play.
What happened was he put his knee was on his chest. So it kind of elevated him a little higher for a two-handed dunk, and his head was over the rim.
Oh, Tom Chambers could get up.
Yeah.
All right.
Sticky athletic.
Well, it's interesting because we don't really consider Franz as a super athlete, but despite that, they both actually have the same height and weight. Tom Chambers comes in at 6'10", 220 pounds. He is currently 66 years old. He played 16 years in the NBA. That being said, he has worn a lot of different jerseys. He has played for the Clippers, the Sonics, the Suns, Utah, Charlotte, and the Sixers. During that time, he has worn 4 different jersey numbers. I'll give you a hint. 3 of them are in the 20s. What number did he wear when he played with the Utah Jazz?
Oh, my God. Of course, he goes with the Jazz. He
Yeah.
could have went with the Sonics or the Suns, but he went with the Jazz. No, it's fair. You trying to throw us off?
At least you didn't say Sixers. I don't know if he put a jersey on.
I mean, look, you were looking for the picture before we started.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't see no photos of him with a Sixer jersey on. So.
I'm going to go with the number 24. That's what I'll go with.
Okay. Well, I said it wasn't the number 24 because with
you did?
Yeah, no.
You said it was in the 20s.
With the Clippers, the Sonics.
You said 20s.
Yeah, you said 20s.
They were all in the 20s except for the Jazz. What number did he wear with the Jazz?
Number 12.
I'm gonna go. This is a stab in the dark. I don't know. 32. No. Utah Jazz 32. No. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay. You both were kind of there. It was 42.
Oh,
42. He just flipped the numbers. Okay.
Yeah, he flipped the numbers. With the Clippers, he wore 22. With the Suns and Sonics, he wore 24. With the Hornets, he wore 22. And then with the Sixers, he wore 25.
Okay.
All right.
Does anybody remember him with the Sixers? I don't.
I remember.
You know what?
If
Ben was here, he would remember.
No, I
don't think he actually stood up and played the game. I gotta research.
He played one game with the Sixers. Played one game.
Yeah.
He played 10 minutes, had 6 points.
Okay.
I gotta find
two rebounds and 2 steals.
And then he realized he would never get the ball from AI, and he retired.
I mean, they were. I will say the Sixers jersey here is the AI jersey.
Yeah.
It was 98.
Right.
So that being said, we are not going to look at the 1997-98 season. We are going to look at the Phoenix Suns season in 1989-90. Now, just to put this into perspective, this was his career high scoring season. He averaged 27.2 points, 7 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.6 blocks, 2.7 turnovers, and 3.2 fouls, while shooting 50.1% from the field, 27.9% from three-point line, and 86.1% from the foul line, which is pretty darn close to Wagner's.
Oh, I just want to.
In terms of shooting splits and averages outside the scoring, like it's pretty darn close, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, the 3-point percentage is down.
No. Franz did not shoot well last season from 3. Franz last season, hang on, I'm pulling it up here.
Probably in his 30s, early 30s.
It was 29.5.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
wow, that's really low, actually.
So their shooting is similar.
The difference is his scoring, assist, rebound. Like, I mean, it's not off by a lot. None of this is off by a lot.
Okay.
That's my point here. So any
you're
thoughts
saying
on
this is a good comparison?
This is a good comparison. So any thoughts on this 27 points per game season? Like, how did this guy not get more love? That's what I want to know. When you talk about 80s and 90s basketball, Tom Chambers is not in the first line of guys that you talk about.
Now, I don't know how many... I don't know how many all-star appearances he got. I'm sure you'll get to that. But one thing that stands out to me is obviously the scoring, because when he was in Seattle, he was the same player. The one thing that he will go down as part of history in NBA history is he was the first NBA player to take advantage of being an unrestricted free agent. That was a huge deal, because the only way players can get moved back then is if they were traded. So when his, I think it was his agent was calling him up and they were waiting to see what Seattle was going to do if they're going to resign him, they started realizing, okay, they have like 3 or 4 power forwards / centers, and they were drafting or about to draft Shawn Kemp. Tom Chambers needed to think smartly about his career, his playing time. His scoring production took a leap when he got to Phoenix, playing alongside Kevin Johnson. And the rest is history.
Yeah,
we'll talk about his all-stars. But yeah, no, look, Phoenix was definitely the peak of his career. He probably would have had a longer peak if he wasn't. He was getting decent time, but it was inconsistent from year to year.
I'll get into the teammates. They had a lot of forwards on those teams.
Well, I'll say this. His first all-star was in 86-87, not to spoil my own segment coming up next. And he averaged 36 minutes per game. The next season, for no apparent reason, he went from 36 to 32. And was not an all-star. Make that make sense. I don't know.
Roster construction.
Well, I'm sure Maurice can possibly, illuminate that for us. But
and you got to take into account who's in the All-Star game.
I mean, no, it doesn't matter. Why is your minutes decreasing from 36 to 32? And that happened like for 2 or 3 seasons and like four seasons in a row where he would go high and then low on the minutes with Seattle. And I'm just like, why?
One of his teammates, who was actually really good at that time, took some of those minutes.
Anyway,
we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. So anyway, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, his career high is much higher.
Yeah.
Than Franz Wagner. Over under career high 55.
I think it's a good number you put out because it's close to it. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll say over. I think it's like 56 or 57.
Yeah, I think it's 56 or 57.
Try 60.
He had a 60-point game?
He had a 60-point game. That same season that I just highlighted. He had it against, let me pull it up here, guys.
A 60 burger, okay.
Against Seattle. So that was a revenge game.
Yeah, the revenge game.
They won. The Phoenix won 121-95.
Wow, they killed him.
That was another thing about this. I remember about those Suns teams. They could score a lot.
Sean Kemp didn't even start that game. He had 16 points. The only other person there were 2 other people that got into double digits in that game, and that was for the Suns, and that was Kenny Battle and Eddie Johnson.
Okay.
That is a former champion that I did not expect on that roster, but that's okay. And another current analyst on that roster. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm not going to steal your thunder, Maurice, but I was shocked. Okay, so 60 points, career high. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, we said Franz's 3-pointers made in a game was 5. Chambers was 4. Not surprising there. That's actually kind of high for a 6'5" guy, a 6'10" guy back then. Total rebounds, over under 15.
Got over.
18. 9 assists, 7 steals, 6 blocks, 9 turnovers. The guy could fill it up, apparently.
You said 9 steals?
9 assists.
Oh, 9 assists.
7 steals.
7 steals. That's impressive.
He did that in Seattle.
That's interesting. The 6 blocks is very interesting.
6 blocks also happened in Seattle.
If you watch the highlights, I sent you guys a clip earlier. He had some blocks against some pretty prominent players. One of those blocks was against Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So it's not like he was some slouch when you go into the paint.
So, he wasn't a slouch defensively at all.
No. And I just want to point out the Clippers traded him. They traded him for James Donaldson, Greg Kielser, and Mark Radford.
Wow.
A first round and a second round pick.
Someone got a steal out of that deal.
Yeah, that was a steal.
I mean, they also sent a 3rd and a 2nd, but no. So any thoughts on the career highs here, guys? Because that was a little shocking.
Yeah, like I just mentioned about the blocks. Underrated defensively. We'll see where Franz goes defensively.
Well, Franz is more of a perimeter guy than I think Tom was. Tom definitely played more in the post defensively. Franz is more on the perimeter, but I think that's just a product of the game.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I say 60 points. There weren't too many players in the NBA during that time period putting up those numbers, let alone 50-point games. But 60 points, I think he had a little something on that from the idea that he's playing against the franchise that decided to prioritize other players over acquiring him. So maybe that was a little bit something in that game for him.
Now that we've gotten through all the stats, we're going to go to compare their career stats to each other now. Games played. Franz has played 315. Tom played 1,107. Who has the more points per game, Franz or Tom, guys?
Gotta be Tom.
Franz, last year he averaged 24, right? You said 24.
Yeah, 24.
That's not a career, though. I'm going to say Tom.
Okay, you're both...
It's Franz?
It's Franz. Franz has 19.4. Tom has 18.1. Who averages more? Who has averaged more rebounds for their career?
This got to be Tom Chambers.
Yeah, it is Tom. Yeah, good job, guys. 6.1 to 4.9 for Franz. Assists. Who has more assists per game?
Let me say Franz.
Yeah, Wagner for sure.
Franz has 3.7 versus Tom 2.1. Steals per game. Who has more, Franz or Tom?
That's tough.
Let me go Tom.
Yeah, I'll go Tom too.
Actually, you are both.
Oh, okay.
Franz with 1 versus Tom 0.8. Blocks per game. We just talked about this.
Just Tom.
Go Tom.
Yes, Tom. 0.6 to 0.3. Franz has a clean sweep in all shooting percentages. 47.5% from the field versus Tom's 46.8. 3-point percentage, Franz is 32.5 versus Tom's 30.7. Foul percentage is 85.2 for Franz versus 80.7. I'm not worried about effective field goal percentage. Nobody cares about that. Those are all the important stats.
Wait a minute. I care about effective
Okay, well, for effective field goal percentage, Franz is 52.4 and Tom is 47.6.
Nah, who cares about effective
Oh
field
my
goal
gosh.
percentage?
Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and switch over to the accolades now.
Third quarter, accolades.
Franz Wagner gets in. Gonna go up. Now look at this. Maudo low up to Mo Wagner. Germany have done it. They have won an absolute battle against Turkey here at the Arena Riga. Facing adversity. Numerous players stepping up in the big moments. They win 88 to 83. Over Turkey.
In terms of NBA accolades, what is the one accolade that Franz Wagner has gotten in the NBA, guys?
All rookie first team.
All rookie first team. Yes, that is.
I don't know if it's first team, but yeah,
it should be. I'm pretty well. He averaged 15 points his rookie season. I'm pretty sure it's rookie first team. Also, he was in the running for all rookie of the year. Where did he place?
Rookie of the year?
Yes. He averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
I'll say third.
This is 2021, right?
Yes.
It's like
well, it was Cade. I think was that Cade Cunningham's year?
I think it was, yeah. So he has played on the German national team. Now, what has he won internationally, guys?
Well, that was the reason I put that clip in there. So I know this one.
So what has he won, Maurice?
It's the FIBA World Championship.
What year?
Oh, I gotta give you the year. It was like 1 or 2 years ago.
2023. It was 2023. Yeah. How many games did he play in that one, guys?
5?
It wasn't that much. Like
he was dealing from injury.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4.
Try.
It was 1?
1?
It was a championship game, right?
I believe so, yes. He was recovering from injury. I can't guarantee on the championship game, but I know that he only played in 1 game. Okay, so yeah, and then in college, he has some accolades. He has 2 accolades. What do you guys think they are?
Michigan.
Michigan is Big 10, right?
Yeah, Big 10.
Maybe he was only there 2 years. Maybe 1 year he was all conference, Big 10.
All Big 10, yep.
Yeah.
Second team.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, I got 1.
Come on, guys. You got the hard one done. What's the easy one?
Oh, the easy one? Did he win a championship?
Nope.
No. All conference player?
He got the equivalent of this in the NBA.
Most improved? No.
Nope.
No.
Rookie. Freshman, yeah.
Big 10 all freshman team. Yep.
Okay. All right, we got that.
Yeah. There you go. Good job, guys.
Thank you for the clue, Lucas.
Yeah, you guys needed it. So, that being said, any thoughts on Franz's accolades?
I think the combination of him still approving with the Orlando Magic and his international run, I see a lot of big things in the future.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I think he would have gotten all NBA last year if it wasn't for the NBA's new rule, because he only played 60 games last year. You're telling me that 24, 5, and 4 can't get you an all NBA on a team that's playing in the playoffs? No.
They are a playoff team, yeah. Okay.
So, no, it was the new rules that stopped him from getting an all NBA, in my opinion, last year. That's for sure. So that's all I got for Franz. Let's go over to Tom.
His first All-Star appearance, the versatile forward from the hometown Seattle Supersonics, Tom Chambers.
Chambers finally hits.
And there's Magic coming up the court, pointing the finger, saying, okay, well.
Lane Beer. Barkley doubles. Chambers for 3. And Tom Chambers, 7 points, is the high scorer for the West All-Stars, who lead by 1. Magic. And Chambers makes sure this time.
And believe me, with that type of ball handling, nobody can defend it.
Tom Chambers. Pat Riley said he would have been a starter for me anyway. And he said, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to sit Tom Chambers at the beginning of this game and have the crowd boo me. He started it.
He's coming into his own. A very versatile player. He's got some beef, he's got some size, and he's got some skills.
80-7.
Was really trying to hit somebody for a layup that wasn't there.
Chambers comes back and hits the basket. And the Seattle crowd gives him a send-off. Choice for MVP at this point, feeding Chambers. And a good pass by Worthy.
You know what's unusual about Chambers? As big as he is, boy, he's that third man up on the break. That's pretty impressive.
Olajuwon, who's playing with 5 fouls. Chambers goes for 3 and hits it. That's a way to get some of it back.
Yeah, so those are the highlights. Here are the accolades, guys. So how many All-Stars did Tom Chambers have? Over, under 5?
Can it be a tie?
It can be a tie.
I think it's like 5, 4, 5. We'll go 5.
Okay.
And I'll go over.
Okay. You are both 4. It was only 4. He had 1 in Seattle, and then he had a 3-year stint from 88 to 91.
Okay.
So basically, he made an All-Star 4 out of 5 years, which is actually pretty good. The 1 year he didn't was the last year in Seattle. He averaged 20 points and 6 rebounds. All-star level numbers, but didn't get it. That being said, the guy was pretty impressive here. He made an All-NBA team twice. What team did he make those 2 times?
I'll say second team.
It can't be first team, so I'm going to go second team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were both correct.
He ain't beating out Barkley, and he ain't beating out Karl Malone. But he's good enough to make that second team.
Now, he didn't get any other awards, but he was in the running a couple years for 2 other awards. What 2 other awards did he was in the running for? Top 10 finishes in both.
I'll take one, you take another one, Maurice. I'll go 6th man of the year when he was with the Phoenix Suns. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Wasn't he a runner-up for the dunk contest?
He was definitely in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't. I was talking regular season awards.
Oh, okay. That good old IBM award.
Most improved player. Okay. Well, you get a Uriah, this is for you.
Yeah.
Maurice, this is for you. So, 6th man of the year, the last year in Phoenix when Charles Barkley got there. Yes, he was in the running for that. He averaged 12.2 points and 4.7 rebounds that year. However, the other one was actually MVP. He finished 9th in the voting in 88-89 and 8th in the voting in 80 and 89-90.
That says a lot if you're MVP candidate, top 10.
Yeah, so that's all that I got.
You forgot an award.
What do you mean?
You forgot an accolade.
For Tom Chambers?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me double check. Because, I mean, I was going by what they had on Basketball Reference.
What is it, Maurice?
Oh, no, he's right.
That's
He
the
got
audio.
yeah, no, he also got All-Star Most Valuable MVP in 1987.
All-Star MVP. Here we go.
Yeah. That was the one in Seattle. It was the home guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to put a little hint, sprinkle a little spoiler in the audio.
Yeah, I did notice that about you. You like to do that. That was a good little clue of what was to come.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on these accolades? Should he have gotten more? Was he robbed of some?
Well, anytime you talk about like All NBA, you got to take into account the other players, the other great players that's ahead of them. And he was never going to be first team All NBA. That just wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen. But a really good, I think a question that pops up, I've seen this before. Why wasn't he considered for a dream team spot?
Mm.
In 92?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Well, I will say his numbers dipped after the 89-90 season. After that season, the one that I read earlier, he averaged 19.9 points that season with Phoenix, his last All-Star season. And then in 91-92 season, he averaged 16.3. And then in the summer of 92, that's when he was on the decline.
Also got to take into account when they did that dream team. I got this from the documentary. They picked it in 91, like the middle of 91.
Right.
So it was like a year in advance. They picked that team.
Still, he was not playing as well.
They're probably looking at fit.
And he was 31, 32 at that point.
They needed shooting. And Chris Mullin was a shooter. Larry Bird had to make the team even though he had a bad bag. He was an additional shooter. And you're not replacing Clyde Drexler or Karl Malone. So that's probably why he didn't make it.
And on top of that, he was aging. You already had some old guys on the team. You probably didn't want to have too many old guys on the team.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, Tom Chambers was a bucket. And if this episode does not paint a picture good enough for you listening, go watch some Tom Chambers highlights. You will be impressed.
Yeah. Yes. But that's all that I got for the accolades. If you guys didn't want to add anything on, I'm going to pass it to Maurice and he can get to the teammates.
Yes, let's talk about his teammates.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
I mean, sometimes the game doesn't always go your way. We're not here without Franz. Obviously, he holds himself to a high standard and he expects a lot out of himself as a player. And, I've been in that position as well where, you feel like you could have done a lot more in a losing effort, but this doesn't define him. It doesn't define us. He's going to have a great summer. He's going to get better. And just knowing him, I know he's going to use this to motivate him and take it to another level. So, I don't think he let anybody down. Sometimes that, it happens. So he's this is our first time in the playoffs, man. I'm just proud of how he played, how we played, and, I know we'll be back.
That was his teammate, Paolo Banchero, talking about at the end of their first playoff run together as a team. Franz Wagner was drafted with the 8th pick by the Orlando Magic in the 2021 NBA draft. Obviously, first year, not a good team. Their record was 22-60. Their coach was Jamal Mosley. Their executive was Jeff Wetman. Some of his teammates were Cole Anthony, Wendell Carter Jr., Markelle Fultz was on this team. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
R.J. Hampton.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Harris. Robin Lopez. Terrence Ross.
All right.
Jalen Suggs. And, of course, his brother, Mo. But he was on the team in his rookie year.
Oh. Well, he wasn't on the team the year before then.
No, I thought it was tripping.
They must have signed him after they drafted him.
Maybe. But he's there, though. According to Basketball Reference.
Okay.
So let's move on to the 2023-2024. This was the Orlando Magic as the current nucleus is concerned, their breakout season, they won 47-35. They won the division, the Southwest Division, lost in the first round to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 3-4. It was a good series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some of his teammates, again, Cole Anthony, Bencaro, Gogo Batazzi, Anthony Black, Joe Ingles, Jonathan Isaac, Chuma Okeke. Did I say it
Yep.
right?
Yep, you said it right.
But so far, we don't have much to go with when it comes to his teams. But like I said, this was his breakout season for the Orlando Magic. Him and Paolo together, whoever you want to say was a better player at that point. They had a nice young nucleus going. They've made some trades since then, specifically Cole Anthony. So I'm just going to highlight the current team, the 2025-2026 Orlando Magic. Some of his new teammates are Desmond Bane, who has made a big impact on their team so far.
Huge addition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, giving them some toughness. Tyus Jones, Tristan Da Silva, Jace Richardson, and pretty much the same players after that. Let me ask you guys this. Who won the most games with Franz so far in his career?
His brother.
Probably.
You would think so, right?
Mo. If he
Well,
was there
now I
since his rookie
don't.
year. Yeah.
No, it's probably not Mo. It's probably Jalen Suggs got drafted at the same time, but Jalen Suggs has missed a lot of time with injury, but so has Franz. I'll say Jalen Suggs.
You all right? You
I'll
want
say
Mo?
Cole. I'm going to go Cole Anthony.
Right, you are correct.
It is Cole Anthony. Got me.
It is Cole Anthony. And they only played 4 seasons together. But they won 121 games together.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2 is Wendell Carter Jr. with 113, and with 107, 3 is Jalen Suggs. Mo is actually 4th.
Okay.
So, which teammate stands out the most? And before I do that, because Lucas mentioned it earlier, I do want to mention some of his international German teammates. He's currently on the team: Tristan Da Silva, Dennis Schroeder, Daniel Tice, Isaac Bonga, Batazzi. As of right now, I don't think the German national team is like beating US or like they're like
no, but
top.
they beat us in FIBA.
That's different.
Is it?
You're not putting your best American
Schroeder
team.
turns into Michael Jordan.
Patty Mills, the Patty Mills, yeah.
Yeah, they're not like a top 3 international team, but they're close. I think it's US, France, and Serbia right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the top 3. But anyway, what teammate stands out the most so far in the career of Franz Wagner?
I'm going to say Wendell Carter, and not for the reasons that you would think. Wendell Carter is the reason why Franz is in Orlando. Because Wendell Carter was the centerpiece of the trade that sent Vucevic to Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So he would be stuck in Chicago, which is basically no man's land of the NBA right now.
Yeah.
I'll go with the low-hanging fruit, which is Paolo, because Paolo and Wagner, I think, they're kind of like the Tatum and Brown of Orlando.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Maybe this is not a good... Well, there's another duo that I was going to say. I was going to say Levine and DeRozan. Those two can't get enough of each other.
Nice.
But through all of the whose team is it controversy, those two always seem to come out for each other to show support. So I'll say Paolo, and I'm not going to debate who's better. I think they're both outstanding players. They're both hard to guard. When all is said and done, they will make a finals run. Absolutely.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah, no, that's
not a final. They're not going to win. I think they'll make a run for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a fun connection. So one of the teammates that Maurice said their father played with Tom Chambers.
Greg Anthony?
Greg Anthony.
Yep, Greg Anthony back in
good
Phoenix.
one.
Yep.
Good one.
Had to get one. Had to find one.
As soon as he said father, it was like, got to be Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, it was either him or Juwan Howard, but Juwan never played with him.
Yeah. I'm shocked that Ryan didn't go with the lower hanging fruit, which had been his brother.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Why don't you take that one? Because that makes sense.
If anything, playing with Franz has actually helped Mo's career, because Mo's career was not looking that good prior to coming to Orlando.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Kind of was
Franz is
phasing out.
definitely
Yeah, so if
a better
anything, Franz has helped Mo's career, not the other way around.
Maybe from a support standpoint, we could say
It's definitely not it's not a Thanasis onto the Kupo type situation.
No, it's not that.
No.
But I mean,
because he's a serviceable player.
Yeah. And to be fair, these guys are not like playing the exact same position like the Lopez twins are. So playing them on the same team just would be weird, even though they did do that for 1 year in Milwaukee.
All right. So let's move on to Tom Chambers.
Yeah.
They couldn't match up with Tom, and he just had a fantastic year and really put together 5 years before Charles came where he was the man.
The greatest thing about Tom was how competitive he is. This might be a bad thing or a good thing, but I've seen, he used to get in fights in practice. That was Tom. He's just very competitive, and it was fun to see a guy that has been in the league for that long who was that driven to be so good.
People can talk about Kevin Durant, which is a great player, Dirk, some really, really good players. But Tom was the first of that type, 6'10", 6'11", can run up and down the court, can shoot, athletic, can pass, can play defense when he wanted to.
Tom Chambers was one of the highest jumping guys I've ever seen in my life. White, black, blue, green, purple, I don't care what color. I mean, I've watched this guy take off and just sit on people's neck. And Tom Chambers was a guy like Larry Nance at 6'9", 6'10", who was fluid, who was mobile, who could shoot the ball outside, who was athletic as anybody else in the league. And he was just a tough matchup.
That's right. Tom is one of the unheralded players of the NBA. He was a dominant player on the offensive end of the floor at 6'10". He could run the floor with the best of them, and he could finish around the basket.
I still don't know why Tom's not in the Hall of Fame. That, to me, makes no freaking sense.
Preach it there, guys.
Strong words.
That was a bunch of players, including Jerry West, talking about Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers, drafted with the 8th pick in the 1981 NBA draft by the San Diego Clippers. Here's his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
They went 17-65. Who was their coach?
17-65. The
Clippers. It was mentioned earlier.
Oscar Robertson?
Fitzsimmons? No, I don't know. I forget.
It was Paul Silas.
Paul Silas. That's right.
Paul Silas.
You did mention it. Was mentioned, yeah.
Some of his teammates his rookie year were, here's a good one for you, Joe Bryant.
Oh, okay.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Joe Jellybean Bryant. Okay.
Here's a name for you. I'd have never heard this one before. Rock Lee.
Wait a second. Spell that out.
Rock, R-O-C-K, Lee.
I thought he said broccoli.
Yeah,
No. This is even crazier because that's the name of a Naruto character from an anime.
Oh, really?
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
That's probably where you guys named. They had to.
Well, no. He was named after Jet Li, but in the anime. But that's funny that there's a basketball. Hang on, I'm gonna have to look him up now. Basketball reference.
We got Lucas going there.
Broccoli.
All right, some other teammates while he's doing that. Ron Davis, Phil Smith, Brian Taylor, Jerome Whitehead, Michael Wiley, and Al Wood.
You mean A.I. Wood?
Yeah, A.I. Wood.
Don't judge me. I don't want to hear from you two.
A.I. Wood.
To be fair, Rock Lee only played 2 games in the NBA, okay? Now you have me all excited for nothing, okay?
Out of California, San Diego State.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check out those stats now.
Yeah, not a lot of notable names here.
Not
This is
many.
early.
I didn't even recognize a lot of those guys.
Yeah, this is early 80s NBA. All right,
Calm
so
down
let's move
there.
on to a more prominent team, the 1987-88 Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, yeah.
I picked this team because this was the most wins he had with the Supersonics. They went 44-38. Their coach was Bernie Bickerstaff. Their executive was Bob Whistlet. They lost in the first round to the Denver Nuggets, 3-2. This is a five-game series. Some of his teammates were Dale Ellis.
Oh, yeah. Sniper.
Alton Lister.
Mm-hmm.
Derek McKee. Xavier McDaniel. Nick McMillan. Olden Polonese. Sadell Threet. And Kevin Willis. Kevin Williams. My bad. I'm sorry. Kevin Williams. Yeah, this is I think where the discrepancy in minutes and playing time came from and just overall playing style with Tom Chambers. He had a bunch of big forwards here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the coach and the scheme and all this other stuff, it can really determine your production on that team. And
he would thrive in today's game.
100%.
More fast pace. If he was a little bit better 3-point shooter.
I mean, I think he would be able to. I think he would be allowed to work on that in today's game.
He would.
More. Yeah. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the 3-point shot. Yeah. No. I mean, even if not, he'd be 6'10". He'd probably be like a really good like athletic scoring center if they can't get him as a good 3-point shooter. You know, like that's you could still make that work in today's game. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true. All right. So the 92-93 Phoenix Suns team. I picked this team because they went to the NBA Finals. I did skip a couple years, but at this point, I guess he was more like the third
sixth man.
The sixth man, but like the third scoring punch, I would say, on that team. How many games did they win that year? You guys remember or have a guess?
A lot. I'd say 67.
I don't know. I was born that year. Come on now.
Just give me a number. Play along.
I'll say I'll go with Uriah and say 6'7".
All right. So both of you guys are wrong.
Okay.
They won 62. 67 is a lot of games.
All right.
I actually wanted to say 62. I just wanted to make the joke.
62-20. They were first in the Western Conference. Their coach was Paul Westphal.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, they lost to the Bulls 4-2 in the NBA Finals. Some of his teammates that year were Danny Ainge, Mark West, Cedric Ceballos, Charles Barkley, Kevin Johnson, Frank Johnson, Richard Dumas, Dan Marley,
Thunder Dan,
Oliver Miller, and Kurt Rambis.
Yes.
He was on that team.
Kurt Rambis, former NBA champion.
Great team.
Yeah, I remember.
You had a lot of championship experience on that team between him and Ainge.
I mean, this is, once again, we're in that era, that territory now where if Jordan wasn't there, Barkley would have had a championship.
Wasn't there, they would have had at least one, maybe two titles. Yeah,
this was a really good team. I do remember watching this team plays. Richard Dumas was a really good player for like a couple years.
Yeah,
and
very athletic. He had some drug problems, drug addiction. The one thing I want to say, Maurice, is Charles Barkley, when he got traded to Phoenix, and obviously Tom Chambers was already there. In the interview I listened to, he had to take a back seat. He went to the bench, and he did not complain. He actually welcomed it. He wanted to win, and if that meant coming off the bench so Barkley could do his thing. And they became great friends too, Charles Barkley and Tom Chambers.
Yeah. Of course, Tom Chambers then played a couple seasons with the Charlotte Hornets and ended his career, it sounds like a one-day contract or something like that, but then with the Sixers. So, that was his career. So let me ask you guys, which teammate stands out the most? There's a lot of great teammates here. Which one stands out the most? I'm going to go with Uriah first.
Wow. A lot of great teammates. I'll go with Kevin Johnson because Kevin Johnson was an elite point guard during his time, great distributor, a good scorer as well. And when you have a guy like that passing you the ball, you're going to get some good shots. And that's why he still maintained productivity, even on a team where he was relegated to the bench. He did get, I think, top 10, Lucas said, in Sixth Man of the Year voting that year.
Yeah.
And I think he would attribute some of that to his point guard, giving him the rock. So, yeah, I'll say Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, I tend to agree. There's really nothing else I could add to what Uriah said.
Because my ball knowledge is superior.
Okay. Chill now. Chill.
My knowledge of ball.
Depends on, if we're talking
depends on the
decades,
era.
Yeah.
You got me in this era. You got me in the 2010s. I give it to you.
I do want to shout out Cedric Ceballos because I like that's kind of like the hand passing the torch because they were kind of like very similar in a lot of sense as well. You know, then Cedric Ceballos went on. He played in the dunk contest.
Yep.
He went on to play with Kobe and Shaq with the Lakers. He played with Magic as well. Same kind of archetype of a player with Cedric Ceballos. He was just a little smaller, but
a couple inches shorter, yeah.
He was a little short.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap it up.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Franz Wagner and Tom Chambers, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion. It's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. You can find us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Pinterest.
For the sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, nbanowandthen.com. Also visit our website to sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Don't forget, you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Franz Wagner on Instagram at Franz_Weasley.
And you can follow Tom Chambers on Twitter X at TheRealTC24.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This has been a great episode where we compare two great forwards. One has a long career ahead. Hopefully he'll fill that up with accolades and maybe even a championship. But that being said, please tune in next week as we will be comparing, get ready for this special category, the top basketball sneakers of all time. Yes, we will be going there for all those sneakerheads, whether it's Jordans, Hardaways, Kobe's. We're going to cover some of the greatest shoes ever to hit the market. So on behalf of Maurice and Lucas and Ben, who can't be here with us, Happy New Year, everyone. Take care.
I'll be the same. They traded him to with AI Wood.
Alwood?
Oh, is it Alwood? Okay.
AI Wood?
You know which generation I grew up in, that's for sure.
AI Wood.
And they traded him for James Donaldson, Greg Kielser, and Mark Radford.